Severe beatings, grotesque punishments, and ultimately a little girl's horrible death. The state's first ever death penalty case is now underway. Good evening, I'm Paula Akana. More than 8 years after former soldier Naeem Williams allegedly killed his 5-year-old daughter, he's going on trial in federal court. KITV4's Andrew Pereira was there for today's opening statements. He joins us for our top story at 5. Andrew.
Paula, Naeem Williams is the first person in Hawaii state history to face execution. And today, prosecutors described why they feel it's a punishment he deserves. Prosecutors say 5-year-old Talia Williams lived in an absolute house of horrors at Wheeler Army Airfield. U.S. Attorney Darren Ching says Talia was beaten by her father Naeem Williams almost daily. First with a plastic ruler that the child knew as Mr. Paddle, then with a belt after Talia repeatedly soiled herself. The prosecution alleges Talia was forced to eat her own feces and was tied to her bedpost where she would be whipped with the belt. On the day Talia died, the prosecution alleges Naeem Williams lied to investigators. The defendant's focus was on himself, covering up the months and months of abuse, said Ching. The former soldier's defense team says Williams doesn't dispute the abuse, but claims it was his wife, Delilah Williams, who caused the child's death from prior beatings. In opening statements, defense attorney John Phillipsborn said Delilah Williams was more violent and hostile than Naeem. Phillipsborn says Delilah was an angry woman who suspected her husband of cheating on her. The defense attorney says Delilah projected her rage onto Talia once the child arrived in Hawaii on December 13, 2004. Phillipsborn says because of Delilah's controlling and angry nature, Naeem made a choice to ally himself with his wife when he should have allied himself with his daughter. Phillipsborn also points out Naeem Williams was ill-equipped to care for a special needs child like Talia, whose development was stunted by malnourishment when she lived with her biological mother, Tarsha Williams, in South Carolina. She's placed with a father who barely knows her and is completely unequipped to deal with her, said Phillipsborn. But the prosecution says it was Naeem Williams who delivered a fatal blow to Talia's chest, causing the little girl to fall forward and hit her head. On July 16, 2005, Talia's months of suffering came to an end, said U.S. Attorney Darren Ching. The defense team says Naeem Williams will take the witness stand, and the evidence will show the plea deal his wife struck with prosecutors was built on lies. Under the deal, Delilah Williams will spend 20 years in prison. An attorney who had court custody of Talia Williams in South Carolina was the first person on a witness stand. James Jackson testified he wanted to place Talia with Naeem's grandmother since both the ex-soldier and his wife were very inexperienced parents. Paula?